everything is subjective. I might like some pieces that you don't like, and vice versa. What's going on YouTube? Taylor Prentice back here with another video, and in this video I'm going to be talking about Supreme's 8-week drop, and I'm going to be going over like just a little review of what I think about it personally, and I'm going to bust down like my top 3 or 5 pieces when we get to the end. To be honest, this wasn't one of my favorite weeks, so it'll be interesting to see if I can make a top 5, but I know for sure there's at least like a top 3, but we're just going to go ahead and start with jackets and then work our way down the left side here until we end up at skate. So let's get into it. So obviously, like, the wool suits, not something I would ever buy from Supreme. Kind of cool that they would do it, especially like the tartan one. I feel like that's just kind of like a Supreme thing to do, but not something I would ever wear. These full zip face masks, it was a cool idea. I like that they added the face mask, but then again, just not really my style. I could see people getting some cool looks with this, but I could also see people making some really corny looks with this, so I'm kind of in the middle on that one. Don't really feel strong either way on it. And these Gore-Tex leather jackets are decently cool. I'm sure they're really high quality. They're probably like $1,000. Okay, $768. That's a little cheaper than I had imagined. Yeah, not something I would wear. I'm sure they're nice, but I don't think they look very appealing, and just for the price tag, you would never catch me wearing something like that. And then we've got these bomber jackets, which I'm not sure how I feel about them. These ones are kind of cool. They kind of give me like Raiders vibes with the black and the gray, and I kind of like the brown one, and honestly I kind of like the blue one too. I just don't personally like bomber jackets, but with that being said, I think these are pretty cool, and I could see like Rocky or like Travis Scott wearing these and pulling together some pretty cool outfits. I wonder at some point like if I'll ever get back into bomber jackets, because I had a phase where I really liked them, but now they're just not really for me. And then these track jackets I think are pretty ugly, if we're being honest. On to shirts. So we've got these Lil Kim shirts, which the Lil Kim stuff was kind of like one of the bigger things around this release, I feel like, and these are cool. Obviously like not something I would wear again, just because like it's a little too out there for me. Just a full face print shirt of Lil Kim is a lot going on. I'm not really like a fan of Lil Kim at all like that, so I feel like I would look pretty goofy wearing something like that, so not for me again. And then we've gone to these like small box logo shirts. I actually like this denim one. I could see myself buying this one and wearing it. $128, I feel like it's pretty fair for those. I don't really like the colored ones. The denim one was really the only one that I like. And then these plaid shirts are pretty terrible. And then moving on to the tops and sweaters, we got these like tonal panel sweaters. As you can tell, the logo's like really faint in there, and clicking on these, they're actually a little better than I thought. Looking at like the big photo, the way that they've got the paneling or like the logo in there is pretty cool. It looks like it's like ribbed, which is not something that I would have expected looking at it when it was a little more zoomed out. And the collar's pretty cool, and I like the ribbing at the waist and the hands. But overall, Supreme sweaters I feel like are not really something I would want to wear. I feel like it would be cool if it was just like a blank sweater, but having Supreme across there is kind of just weird and off-putting for me. And then looking at these pullovers, these are I don't know. I don't like these. I look like a 40-year-old guy like on a bike on some public road that he shouldn't be on. Just pissing me off. Moving on, these mesh panel shirts are kind of, this one's kind of cool. Okay, this blue one is kind of cool. The other colorways I'm not really a fan of. As you guys can see, like the mesh is just on the outside part of the shirt, like the under the armpit, but I actually think this colorway is pretty clean. Kind of gives me like Sopranos vibes in a way. And then these precision long sleeve top, I'm not even sure what precision is, so sorry. That might be related to those like cycling tops. It looked like they kind of had similar vibes going on. I would not buy any of these. These beaded logos are, that's okay. Like if you just need like a shirt to go under like a flannel or something, or just like a basic shirt to wear out, these are honestly pretty cool. I think the white one's probably my favorite. The black one's pretty hard too. The brown one's not bad either. The pink one's pretty cool. The only one I don't like is this like dark teal. I could definitely see myself wearing one of these. 88 is a little expensive, but it isn't like a print or anything. It is actually beaded on there, so I think that kind of makes it worth the price. And then these shirts, this logo is like okay in my opinion. I think the favorite for me was this white and green one. But yeah, this logo was just, it was kind of cool to me. The ink blot, obviously nothing crazy, it's just like a pretty standard logo tee, but I thought they did a good job with the logo and some of the colorways. Like this purple one was pretty hard too. I really kind of like all the colorways in these besides this brown and black one. I was not a fan of, but I thought they did a pretty good job with those tees. And then moving on to the last section for tops, we've got these, and I like the wash on these shirts. Obviously you can tell it was like an acid wash, so they're probably a little bit softer than their normal tees, but I don't really like that logo. Yeah, I could see myself wearing it like around the house or like to work out in or something like that, but that's not something that I would want to make like a part of my wardrobe. So on to sweatshirts, and yeah, I definitely saw these beaded sweatshirts. Oh, I didn't even realize they were beaded. I guess that makes more sense. So that makes them a little cooler in my opinion, but this logo like going across the whole back and just the font in my opinion is pretty ugly. I do kind of like how like the beaded colors look. Like I feel like if the font was different and the location of the logo was different, maybe I could get down with this, but yeah, it's just too much and too ugly for me in my opinion. And yeah, with that being said, like if you're watching this video and you're like, this dude hates everything I like, just keep in mind like everything is subjective. I might like some pieces that you don't like and vice versa. That's just how fashion goes. Next we've got these micro logo hoodies. Not bad, just not something that I would buy probably. If I were able to get one like under resale, I could see myself buying one, but just kind of too basic of a hoodie maybe. Even though I really like Supreme hoodies, I could actually see myself wearing this one, but like I said, I would probably only ever buy it if I could get it for under retail. Actually, I really like these hoodies, specifically this heather gray with the yellow and black print on them. It's actually not a print. The yellow is Chanel, I think Chanel is how you actually pronounce it, which is just like kind of like Letterman's jackets, like the letters on those, same material. And then the Supreme part, like the black font, is embroidered in there obviously, but I thought these were really sick. And this one's actually still sitting on the site, and I'm filming this like 3 or 4 days after the drop, so it's kind of tempting to buy one, especially since you can just get it for retail, so I might have to do that. With that being said, I kind of like pretty much all these colorways, but I think if I were to buy one, I would definitely go with the white and yellow one. For some reason that one just sticks out to me. And then we've got these Ralph Steadman skull hoodies. I did not really like these. I think Ralph Steadman is the guy who did the Cactus Jack artwork. I could be wrong, but very similar type of style. And I actually really like that album cover. And I kind of like his style, but just the like one color print on the back of the hoodie isn't super cool to me. But it is cool like how they have like the splash going up on the hood and the sleeves and stuff, so it is somewhat of a creative release, so I respect that. It's not a piece that I would buy though personally. And then same with these small box crew necks, just I wouldn't buy those either. I also don't really like crew necks. I'm more of a hoodie guy for sure. Oh, I actually didn't even realize that that's what that was. These are pretty hard. Let me look at the other colors. So the red and white and the black and the white are probably the only ones I would wear. They did a lot of black and brown stuff this drop that I just think is kind of ugly together. I don't know, it could just be me. Let me know what you guys think down below. I definitely think brown and blue is kind of like a weird colorway to mix. And then pants, I'm just gonna be honest with you guys, I don't really like any of these pants. I looked at them earlier. These cargos I think are pretty terrible. I could see myself wearing the small box sweatpants, just they're probably pretty nice, but for the price I'm not gonna pay that. These work pants with the khaki monogram are kind of cool. I would actually probably wear these. Those are pretty hard, but those are about like the only thing as far as pants go. Like I would probably wear these Stonewashed slim jeans, but like I've got so many jeans, like I'm not looking to buy a pair of jeans from Supreme. And then moving on to t-shirts, we've got the Lil' Kim stuff, which obviously was like one of the biggest deals about this collection. And like I said earlier, I don't really have any like fandom towards Lil' Kim, so this is not something that I really cared about, although I do like when they do these like photo t-shirts of celebrities, so it's always cool to see who they incorporate in those. And obviously this was one of the like bangers of this week, was the Ralph Steadman box logo, and I actually thought this was really sick. As you guys can tell, it's just a red box with kind of like blood splatter or whatever, paint splatter, whatever you want to call it. But I think this is really cool. I thought it was a really cool take on Supreme's box logo, and it definitely is in my top 3 pieces for this week. Still talking, I thought these were just like kind of corny. Yeah, I would never wear this. Can't say this on YouTube. I'm not even sure like what all's on the shirt. Just a bunch of random stuff. This looks like Pete Davidson's tattoos. Not something that I would wear. These Supreme Top Shot shirts I thought were kind of cool. I really just like the black one mainly, but looking at it again, I also kind of like this blue one. I like the green logo. It's just kind of cool. It gives me like Mexican beer vibes. I'm not really sure why that is a thing, but just kind of what it reminds me of. That logo is pretty cool to me. These alien tees aren't really something that I would wear either. This colorway is pretty cool, like this pink, hot pink one, or I guess it's magenta. That one's pretty cool, and this like lime green one is pretty cool, but the logo is not something that I really find that appealing. And the Ralph Steadman shirts, similar to the hoodies, just I don't really care for that logo. Person tee, I don't think I've seen these yet. This one's actually pretty cool. I feel like that logo is pretty cool. What's the back? Alright, so I liked the front, but I don't like the back. I don't like the font. Not like, it's kind of like a old English type of font. I'm not really a fan of those. I feel like it got really played out a couple years, and to be honest, I didn't really like it even then. So, and then hats, I'll never really buy like a Supreme hat probably. I thought some of these were cool, like this dye is really cool, especially with like the purple embroidery on top. And then these denim bucket hat was sick. I would actually wear this. $58, not bad. Kind of tempting to buy. If I could like scoop that bucket hat and the yellow script hoodie, or yellow Chanel with the black script hoodie, be a pretty good pickup, especially considering this is like 3 days after the actual drop. And then like Supreme beanies I think are always cool. I'm not really sure about this like sticky note one. That one's not something that I would really wear. These ones are, yeah, kind of cool. I'm not really like a big beanie guy, but I actually have one Supreme beanie, and that's like the only beanie I ever wear. So if it is really cold, I like to have one on deck, and I think those are pretty cool for what they are. And then I kind of skipped over these like Kangol hats, which like it's super funny that they did these. I'm sure people will get some fits off with like these like toupee type of ones, but it's cool to see them doing stuff with Kangol. Just two pretty well-known brands. Kangol, like, I feel like got really popular for a while here a couple of years ago, and kind of like had its resurgence. These hats actually look pretty cool. The material looks really cool. Not something I would wear, but as you guys can see, they've got like the Supreme going around the side, and that like a little bit different of a texture than the rest of the hat. So I think that one looks pretty awesome, and it would be really sick to see how people get those into fits. Obviously, like I said, not something that I would wear. It would be hard for me to incorporate into my style, but I know there's people out there that could use that to complement their wardrobe pretty well. And then for bags, I just never really care for Supreme bags. Anytime I see someone with a Supreme bag, I just like kind of judge them, for being honest. I don't know why. It's just not my cup of tea. And then accessories, there was a Zippo lighter, which I wish I would have paid attention to and picked up. Obviously it sold out pretty quick, they always do. And then the rest of this, I like chapstick is kind of cool, I guess. And then they've got like the Hanes tees and stuff, which I actually do prefer the Hanes white tees over normal white tees from Hanes, which who knows, they just fit a little bit different. It sounds kind of hypebeast of me to say, but they do fit a little bit better. And then for the like skate stuff, I'm not a skateboarder. I hate to say that. I would love to be. Like, ever since I grew up, I was like really into skate culture, but I've always sucked at skateboarding, so kind of just stayed away from it. The skate stuff from Supreme is something that I'll probably really never buy unless like I just have a bunch of money. There are like a couple skateboards that I want to go back and buy, like World Industries type of stuff, but they're super expensive, and for someone who doesn't really skateboard or like would still need to learn, they're definitely like mementos, and definitely something down the line that I'll probably end up buying if I ever get a bunch of money, just because I think they're really cool and I would like to learn how to skateboard. But alright, if I had to go back and pick 3 pieces that were my favorite, the Ralph Steadman box logo is definitely a lock. Let's see. The script hoodie, like I said, obviously is a lock. And then honestly, probably this lace hoodie, which like from far away, it was kind of hard to tell what it actually was. I'm glad I looked at the name and actually read it, but I think this is really, really sick. And I don't love the font from far away, but I don't mind the font with the design that they used in it, if that makes sense. So I think they actually kind of nailed it on this one. And I think the white one, it looks like it's like an off-white almost. It's like more of like a creamy white, but with the red, I think is really, 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 really baller. But yeah, those are the only pieces that I think I would actually buy. But let me know your guys' opinions down below, and let me know if you guys like this video format. Obviously, it's a little bit different from most of my fashion videos, but I'm gonna try and do this like every week while Supreme's dropping. I feel like Jacob Starr used to do it, and I haven't seen him post one of those videos in a while, which I haven't been staying up on fashion YouTube like that either, so maybe I'm just out of the loop. But it seemed like nobody was really doing just like breakdowns or giving their opinions on each week's Supreme drop, so I'm hoping to be that guy. But if you guys have made it this far and you could hit that like and subscribe button, I would really appreciate it, and we will see you next time. Have a good week.